Hi everyone and welcome you to NSEC TechTimes. And today we have a very special guest who is going to speak about mechanical engineering, one of the most core and one of the most mother engineering subjects. We have Professor Subhrajyoti Sarkar, one of our faculties at mechanical engineering at Netaji Subhash Engineering College. Hi sir,
Hello.
how are you doing?
Yeah, I'm good.
Now, the first question that I want to ask you, the biggest question that any student who comes to engineering, who is giving a joint or West Bengal joint, now they have a big question that what engineering do we choose? And mechanical engineering comes to their mind. So, to those students who are going through these searches, what would you say? Why mechanical engineering?
Well, mechanical engineering at Netaji Subhash Engineering College has been there for the last 12 years. And here, the department has produced a lot of quality engineers in the core engineering field as well as in the IT sectors. Multinational companies like Bosch, Cummins, Leclerc India, and others have taken or chosen several students from our department, and IT giants like TCS, CTS, Accenture, Wipro, they have also chosen many mechanical graduates from Netaji Subhash Engineering College. In addition to that, our students are also there in government PSUs and many other universities and IITs like IIT Dhanbad or Jadavpur University, and they are pursuing higher studies also. So overall, mechanical department NSEC has produced a very quality full of engineers, and thereby I welcome everybody here.
So you gave us an overview of mechanical engineering. Now, the biggest question is there's a huge trend or a bubble of computer science engineering and its allied streams.
Yeah.
And as you said, that IT industry has also been going for mechanical engineers and other core engineering sectors. Now, so many students, they are running behind CSE and their allied streams. So instead of going there where there's a huge job opportunity or a whole IT scenario now that AI has come into play, why do you think that these students should not go for CSE for a bigger package or better placement and come to core sector where there is so much skill and everything involved in it?
Yeah, this is a good question, and this is one of the most hot questions now for the students, obviously. But see, mechanical engineering has been the pioneer and the core and the mother trade of all the engineering branches, as you also know. And now it's true that most of the students are now choosing the computer science, AI, ML, CSBS, and other departments. Yeah, it's true. But in addition to that, it is also true that there is a huge number of jobs offered for those engineers, but there is a huge scarcity has been produced in the field of mechanical and other core sectors. So there is a huge gap of quality engineers in those sectors. So now to fill up those gaps, if anybody studies mechanical engineering, that too from a prestigious college like Netaji Subhash Engineering College, he or she will get the best opportunity to fill up those gaps and fill up the gaps as a quality engineer in the core field. So they have now have the biggest exposure to the job scenario, and thereby I think that in today's scenario, choosing mechanical engineering as an alternate to the other computer science will be a good option, because there is a huge rush of students in the computer science. The supply is more, demand is less, and in mechanical engineering, the demand is huge nowadays, but the supply is not that one. So there is a demand supply ratio.
Exactly.
And to fulfill that ratio, if anybody chooses mechanical engineering, he or she will be the most advantageous person.
Exactly. Like for past few years, there has been so many.
There is a
students.
trend, yeah.
It's a trend. It's a bubble.
Yeah.
That so many students are coming in for CSE, IT, and all these streams, and the companies have been taking in batches so many people. And now that AI has been introduced, there has been so many layoffs and everything. I think mechanical engineering really stands a chance, because at the end of the day, it's the core sectors cannot be replaced by AI. Mostly cannot be replaced by AI.
Obviously, yeah. But in the core sector also, in the industry 4.0, AI has been introduced in the core field also. Right. So now, if a person knows mechanical engineering as well as a little bit portion of the AI or the programming knowledge, he or she will be the best person to get a good job in this present scenario.
So you mean people, students who have an interest, a nag for, let's say, computer science or coding or going to that posh IT environment, they also stand a chance if they study mechanical engineering?
Yeah, obviously. As our alumni, we have a huge alumni base in the IT sectors also. And also there are some sectors like robotics, robotics or mechatronics. So in those sectors, there is a huge demand of mechanical engineers. In addition, you have to have a little bit knowledge of programming, little bit knowledge of electronics. There is another sector of computer-aided design, computer-aided manufacturing, where the computer knowledge is very essential, as well as you have to have a knowledge of mechanical engineering also. So this is the prospect. This is the prospect. No mechanical, know a little bit of computer, you have the best opportunity in your field for a good job.
So more or less, can you just sum up the pathways which student can opt after pursuing mechanical engineering?
So student can go for the design sector, as I've already mentioned, the design sector. The automobile sector has thrived in this past scenarios, in the past few years, the automobile sector. The aerospace sector, it has also thrived. And there is a huge shortage of quality engineers, quality engineering, to check the quality of every jobs. As the manufacturing unit has increased, the huge increase in the manufacture, there is a shortage of quality engineering. So in that field also, a mechanical engineering having the knowledge of quality to check the quality, that is QA, QC.
Right. QC check.
Quality analysis, quality checking. Right. So that field has a huge gap and has a huge sector in as a mechanical engineer.
And now that
as also the electric vehicles have introduced.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I was going to point out.
EVs have introduced.
Now that
hybrid vehicles.
The government has been being so bullish on Make in India and all these manufacturing setups being done in India. There's a huge demand for all these things.
You see Maruti Suzuki, one of the renowned car manufacturers of India, they have set up their 4th plant in Gurgaon itself.
That's a IT hub.
That's a IT hub.
Big IT hub.
In the IT hub of Gurgaon, they have set up a 4th manufacturing plant of automobile engineers. And who are the base of those automobile engineers? Mechanical. It's pure mechanical. It's purely mechanical.
So another thing, that a lot of students, they come in and say, we want to pursue data analytics. Like, it's a big term right now. It's very trendy. We want to pursue data analytics, or we want to go into machine learning and those robotic stuffs that Tesla is doing, or Jensen Huang recently introduced their robots and everything. So how do you see mechanical engineers playing an important role in data analytics or this machine learning, robotics, and etc. etc.?
See, robotics has always been an effective and an essential part of mechanical engineering. In addition to mechanical engineering, a student should have a basic knowledge of Python programming. And now, as the syllabus is there, as now if you go through the curriculum, if you go through the syllabus, coding is essential and for every stream, irrespective of the branch you are studying. Coding is essential. So a student has been introduced to coding. Now he has the basic knowledge. If he pursues some degrees or some other factors from other courses like we provide, like the NPTEL or the Coursera, and he gets a good knowledge of Python and other programming. So what he will be doing? He will be acquiring some knowledge on the programming as well, and he has the basis of mechanical engineering. So that will provide him the extra boost or extra advantage to pursue a career in data analytics and other courses, as you have mentioned.
So one thing, this is a big question. I have a neighbor, and he is in class 11, and from now onwards he is trying to get his hands onto engineering, and he's very intrigued by all these fancy terms. Now mechanical engineering has been like through our fathers and forefathers, it has come upon like mechanical engineering, you have to go to a workshop, you have to go to a factory, and you have to beat steel up and everything, forging stuffs and etc. etc. So, can you just explain how mechanical engineering today, mechanical engineering, the course curriculum and everything, especially at Netaji Subhash Engineering, how is it designed, and what are those points that we as a college we provide to students, apart from the syllabus, apart from metal beating and going to factories and all these, what are those things?
Well, mechanical engineering is not only the metal bitting and all those things. There is a lot of deeper insight into that, right? So our course is designed in such a way. In the first year, as you also know, and it is designed for all the stream. It is same for all the stream. The basic engineering practices that we have in the first year, you have physics, mathematics, chemistry, and all those things. From the second year itself, you will be introduced to the basic concepts of mechanical engineering like fluid mechanics, thermodynamics, strength of materials, and other concepts. So each itself has a different field. Fluid mechanics is totally based on fluid, thermal is totally thermal. You have the production, primary production also, that is a total thing on, what you have mentioned, metal beating and all those things. Strength of material, strength is a specific stream or a specific subject where you get to know about the structure and all those things. So these are the basics that has been introduced in the second year. The third year is designed in such a way where you have the in-depth knowledge of what you have studied in the second year. Right. Like you have solid mechanics, which is an advanced version of the strength of materials. You have heat transfer or the internal combustion engines, that is the IC engine, which is again a part of the or a portion of thermodynamics. So that is something else. So in the fourth year you have lighter subjects like economics or something like that, which will be you have the industrial engineering, which are essential for the which are essential for the industry sector. When you go to the industry, those are essential, obviously. And you have the mini and the macro project, mini and the mega project. The mini project is there in the third year itself. You have the final year project which is in the fourth year, which is based on all the things that you have studied in the course curriculum. Then apart from this course curriculum, you also have some extra things you need to learn. What are those extra things? Those are value added trainings. We have value added trainings in the second year. We have the trainings on SolidWorks. SolidWorks is a well known and a renowned software where the 3D modeling is done. It is very well known software in the total industry. AutoCAD is also there. AutoCAD is directly in the curriculum from the first year itself. And in the third year, we have the value-added training on ANSYS. ANSYS is a purely design as well as analysis software. ANSYS is very important in the design sector, in the research area, where the R&D sector, ANSYS is very, very important, as well as for the if you want to pursue higher studies, ANSYS is very important as well.
That was going to be my next question. That there almost every college has almost the same curriculum through our education system and everything. We have the same curriculum all through. Almost all the colleges follow the same pattern and same everything. What are we doing different at NSEC? Are we doing any certifications and all?
Yeah, obviously. As I was mentioning, those courses, the value-added trainings, these are being done by the industry standard experts like the CAT Center. They will provide the students with a certification course first on SolidWorks after the end of second year when they pursue the SolidWorks course, and after the end of third year when they pursue the ANSYS course, they will again be providing a certificate course on ANSYS. In addition to that, we take the students to mandatory industrial visits. For the second year, we can take them to the railway workshops or the steel factories. For the third year, we take them to the power plants for an industrial visits. In addition to that, we have the internships or the trainings as well. The trainings can be there in the factories. The trainings can be there for the softwares. The training can be there in other courses also. So in this way, we prepare the students for a wholesome development as a mechanical engineer, where he or she can thrive himself or herself in any field, being a mechanical engineer into any field, whatever he or she chooses.
Okay. So now the question comes that there are students who are pursuing mechanical engineering, and then they come out, when they go out and they see there's a huge pay scale difference between an IT professional and a mechanical engineering. and mostly these mechanical engineers that are being hired, they are hired at workshop level and stuffs. Most of the students at least claim these, that they are being hired at workshops, and they are being, uh, the more physical labor is used more. They have to run up and down through the workshop, and they have to visit sites and everything, etc., etc. But whereas the IT professionals, they have a very glamorous life. They go to office from Monday to Friday, and it's a whole 9 to 5 job. They wear shirts and everything. It's fancy. So, how do you suggest being a, an industrial expert and then a professor? How do you suggest that these students who are coming out of mechanical engineering, how do they thrive in their career? Is there some obstacle, or is there some stigma that's going on right now?
Yeah, it's there is a stigma is going on among the students that the mechanical people, they have to work hard, they have to act as a laborer. It's not true. It's not true. Obviously, it's not true. Like there are jobs like in NTPC, Thermal Power Corporation or IOCL. Those are PSUs in which the mechanical and the electrical engineers, they only get the jobs. Till this day also. Now, if you don't make cars, if you don't produce electricity, if you don't have the manufacturing item, how can these